Hello everyone and welcome back to another video with On Point Politics, and today we're going to be doing an alternate election scenario if Kamala Harris is the Democrat nominee. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. And so we see here, that the betting odds show Kamala Harris actually overtaking Biden in the favor to win the presidency, as well as actually being the nominee. We actually see Kamala Harris just took over Joe Biden to be the favorite as the Democrat nominee in multiple betting websites. And so because of that, we are actually going to be doing a Trump versus Harris matchup to see what that would actually look like. Now, I've actually gone ahead and looked at the RCP aggregate. It has Trump up 2 points in the head-to-head. When you apply, a possible third-party candidates, we apply about 3 points to that, similar to how Biden's is. That's give or take, about 5 points. And then we apply the underestimation for, the Democrats, or at least for Donald Trump. And that produces a Trump plus 9.5 popular vote in the Electoral College. And we're going to be using that popular vote margin to look at some of these states and see where everything would go as of right now. For the safe Republican states, we have Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, all of Nebraska except the 2nd District, Kansas, Oklahoma, Alaska, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, as well as Ohio, Iowa, Texas, and Florida, South Carolina, and Maine's 2nd Congressional District. We see that all of these states increase in margin from the previous video for the former president. I mean, Kamala Harris, guys, she is very unpopular as the Democrat nominee. In 2010, she actually barely won the attorney general, position back in 2010. And yes, it was a red wave year, but a lot of the local races there were not as close as that one. She barely squeaked out an attorney general's race in the state of California, which is really, really embarrassing. And all her elections have actually been pretty close there. And if you can't win by at least 10 or 5 points in a state like California, it seems like you are pretty unelectable. And her approval rating is actually worse than Joe Biden's on average. And so that's why we see her doing slightly worse in this forecast. In the state of, at least for Harris, her safe states, she doesn't have many. The only safe states she actually has are Vermont, Massachusetts, Maryland, and D.C. Those are her only safe states, just bringing her to 27 safe Electoral College votes. That's literally it. That's all she has. Not even the state of California is safe in this forecast. We have, for the likely Republican states, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, all of these come in at around, roughly, if we look right here, anywhere from 12 to 10 points. 12 points in Wisconsin, 12 in Pennsylvania, and 10 in Michigan. Really abysmal numbers. Even in the state of North Carolina, 14.5 point victory for Donald Trump in that state. In the state of Georgia, we see Donald Trump win that by 13 points. Arizona is around a 12-point victory, and the state of Nevada is actually a 13-point victory in this scenario. So we see Donald Trump really gain, in this matchup. And Nebraska's 2nd is actually a 10-point victory. And on top of that, we can actually add another likely state into this column, which, believe it or not, the state we're adding is actually Minnesota, which comes in at 6 percentage points for Donald Trump. 6 points for Donald Trump. That would be a huge victory in the state of Minnesota. Now, for the likely Democrat states, which there are not that many either, California comes in at just 13 points for Biden. The state of Connecticut at 5.9% for Biden. We have the state of Rhode Island, which comes in at around 6 points for Joe Biden. And that's literally it. That's actually all the likely states for Joe Biden. And actually, no, never mind. There's 2 more. Maine's 1st comes in at just 7 points for her. And the state of Hawaii is a 7-point victory for Kamala Harris. Only 7-point victories in the state. That is absolutely insane. For the lean margins for Donald Trump, we have the state of Maine at large at 4.8 percentage points. So he's actually almost winning it by a likely margin. New Hampshire at 4.9 percentage points. New Mexico at 2.7 percentage points. And Virginia at 4.1%, which brings Donald Trump to 347. Harris is still just at 97 Electoral College votes. For the lean states, for her, we have Washington at 4.6%, Oregon at 2.6 percentage points, Colorado at just 1.2% for Kamala Harris. We have Illinois at 3.1%. We have New York at 4.9 percentage points for Kamala Harris. And we have the state of Delaware at 4.3 percentage points for Kamala Harris. And the final state on the map as of right now is a tilt New Jersey for Kamala Harris. It's just a 0.6 percentage point victory for Kamala Harris as of right now. And so we see the same electoral college result for Donald Trump going against Harris, except the only problem is that Harris would actually do worse than Joe Biden in this electoral college scenario. She's significantly less popular than Joe Biden. She actually gets repelled a lot by Hispanic and African American voters, and her white support and college-educated support would more than likely really erode in this scenario. So you may even see states like Delaware become competitive. States like New York get competitive. Colorado, Oregon, Illinois may fall into, sort of closer margins, actually. This may be underestimating Trump here. But as of right now, if you were to pin Donald Trump against Kamala Harris, according to our aggregate, it would be the same electoral college margin, but the margins would be a lot closer in some of these key, Democrat states, and Donald Trump would just expand his lead in many other, deep red and semi-competitive states that used to be competitive back in 2020. Make sure to go ahead and hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. Make sure to subscribe if you want more content just like this, and I will see you guys in the next video.